you guys are feeling the spirit like I'm feeling it. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Fantastic. Welcome to Yabuji First Church online service. This service is gonna be hot. This service is gonna be boiling. Colonial violence. Colonial violence. All right. Colonial violence. You're gonna fall down. You're gonna push it down. You're gonna knock it down. You know the knockout I wanna give you? Like Anthony Joshua knocking down. Do you know like Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee that do the movie. Me that I go to school with Bruce Lee. I'm gonna beat you, Colonial violence. What is hand tantalizer? Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus is hand tantalizer, if you don't know. You will take your hand like this. When you listen to your hand, this special message from God. You will take your hand. You will now say, blood of Jesus.
Take them slowly. Baby, you know I go give you no wahala. I no get wahala. When you hold me, you know I go love you, give you no wahala. I no get wahala. Just get 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 wahala. I no get wahala. Just get.
Yo. Okay, Chris Busy. You got my attention.
Facts.
Oh man, how was your week, dog?
Not bad. It's a new week, right, bro? I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I don't know.
It was really today's Sunday or Monday. Today's Sunday.
It's October. We're in October still.
Bro, I'm out here just watching. I'm not even watching the news no more. I don't trust shit going on. I'm just indoors and I'm streaming shows, so it's been stress.
I've been watching so many Always Sunny episodes. It's cloudy now. Like it's not even sunny again. You can hear how deflated I am, dog. I've been indoors. Indoors.
Yo, so I did a live yesterday. People were like, yo, when are you and Sunday doing live?
Wow, you have joined gang.
I did live just to like chop it up with niggas and just see where everybody at.
Somebody sent me a meme. You see the boys are outside getting everybody that's outside that's not following social distancing.
They really should.
Somebody sent me a meme yesterday where it was a picture of SpongeBob just chilling, and then everybody around him has like an IG Live thing on top of their head.
That's what we are, bro.
I was in tears.
It's at least 5 people on my timeline every day.
Dog. Absolutely nuts. Well, welcome everyone to No Wahala, the podcast. This is your boy, Tunde, and I'm joined by my awesome co-host, Superlord BAWO.
Was cool.
What episode is this?
I was just about to say, let's get the episode right before we start. But yeah, nobody wants to listen now.
It's episode 55.
Yeah, 55. Right? 54 was the last one.
54 was the last. Yo, a lot of people liked the last episode, man. We completely did not expect to get the feedback we were getting.
Right. No, I think it's like crack in the streets back in the 80s right now, or early 90s.
What are you chopping, guy?
I'm eating rice and stew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I am a shea stew, by the way.
So now we have to fight because, that's one of the...
we're at home, everybody is turned into a chef, you included.
This is true. Oh, you see me last night on the gram?
On the ones and twos, bro.
People forget, I'm a Yoruba boy. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure our stomachs are taken care of.
Right, because you guys are big on food.
Yeah, when I try to explain to people, like, I really cook. They're like, no, you don't cook. I know a lot of Nigerian men that don't cook. Like, oh, yeah, they didn't grow up in my house. All the men in my family cook. Every single one of them.
Yeah, most Nigerian men cook. So it's always weird to me where they complain about women cooking. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah.
And I think most guys like go to boarding school in Nigeria, so you gotta like know how to do a little something.
Yeah, be creative. Like how you make Indomie with no hot water.
Exactly. And then whatever vegetable you find, you
garnish it where.
Mm-hmm.
Like Foz would say, garnish it where.
Exactly. So I don't know how man them don't know how to cook. That's weird.
I don't think they're actually trying, to be honest. But
yeah, it's not something you need. It makes no sense.
I like cooking, chef. Anyway, that lasagna was very sweet to you. It hit so crazy. Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's been a very eventful week, and by eventful I mean went to the rooftop.
Oh, you wild out!
Looked outside. I felt like
opened the window and took a deep breath.
You remember Ed, and Eddie, that cartoon on cartoon.
Yeah,
remember when Rolf looked through the window?
Yes, the meme.
There's a few memes that I've really enjoyed the past few weeks. What day are you on quarantining, by the way?
What day? What?
What day are you on quarantining? I'm 22 days.
I've been not stepping out the house at all.
Yes, I'm 22 days in.
No, I'm out here. I've been out. I'm not gonna lie to my people.
Wow, you see, everybody listening, when we talk about social distancing, BAWO is at fault.
No, I'm social distancing. Trust me. But I was at the supermarket. I had to re-up. This I am I say is fresh peppers, bro.
Instead of you to use Amazon Fresh.
I live in the Bronx. I don't know when that shit gonna get here.
Speaking of the Bronx, big shout outs to Abdul. It was his birthday the other day.
Yes. About 3. No, I don't want to say the exact day. I think it was like 3 or 4 days. But I don't know what days are anymore.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago. Let's just say a couple days ago.
I think, yeah. What's today's date?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. I'd say about 3-4 days ago. Yeah, feel good about that.
It's Tuna's Day.
Mm-hmm. And yesterday was the day before.
Yeah, yesterday was
Tuna's Day.
Yesterday was Friday. Yeah.
But happy birthday to Abdul. His birthday is the day after my sister's.
Oh,
so happy birthday to Alexis.
Shout outs to Big Lex over there.
You know what I mean? Big
Lex. How is she coping with the?
Well, she doesn't like people, and she's always in her space. The only issue with her is that the libraries are closed because that's where she be at.
Oh, she be out here reading all the books.
Yeah. She's into being in her books and just getting ready. So she doesn't really care for any of this. But I made her ramen on her birthday. Took 6 hours to make.
You're such a gentleman.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take care of the ladies in your life. You know how that goes.
Absolutely. So before we get into it, I wanted to make sure that we address your president that looks like Ed Sheeran.
Which country are you from?
Oh wait, your prime minister that looks like Ed Sheeran. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're talking about England, innit?
Yeah. Your man.
Let's start there.
Your man them got the corona, bruv.
Shout out to Crystal K, lawyer of life, because she was on live yesterday. She hopped on the live I had, and she was talking about how he was just shaking hands with everybody just to show that, you know what, no matter what it is, I'm still a man that's gonna shake hands and all that. And it's just like, bro, why?
Him and the toupee in chief, just they deserve each other, dog.
No, they do.
I don't know what village cursed the world, but the fact that you have two leaders that are exactly the same. Running...
what freedom are you showing shaking hands when there's a disease going on? This is like, you know how when terrorist attacks happen and then people are like, we're gonna our lives and show these people that it didn't phase us.
Yeah,
that I understand. But you're not showing Corona your strength by shaking hands and then being outside. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are trying to do. Like, they're trying to, outclass Corona by just being free.
Not just that, but it's just people just don't follow directions. And it's just that's a universal problem that I'm seeing through the timeline. It's like people are bragging being outside and ignoring the stay home orders. And we know people that have died already from this thing. So it's like, it's scary and it's disappointing to watch the ignorance play out as it is. But I mean, if niggas couldn't stay inside when the blackouts happened, they couldn't stay inside when all the other crazy natural disasters happened. what makes you, and I think that people are going to follow directions, especially in New York City when there's a pandemic happening.
Bro,
The ones that don't have sense will ether themselves out. It's like natural selection.
It's at first I was with everybody on that, but these same ones are ethering themselves out. They are going to places that other people, like healthcare workers have to deal with this people.
Yeah, absolutely.
People in grocery stores have to deal with this people. You know what I mean? Like, it's just disgusting. And I was talking to T, like, some people are going to supermarkets and trying to call from people when they don't get their way.
That shit is wild, bro. But but it just goes to show you, like, when people are pushed to their limit, they become like people that are already unhinged, that are like taking meds, or they're already seeing someone to deal with their mental health issues. Like, some of them can't see their therapist now. Some of them can't get their medicine. Some of them, like, there's all these things that people aren't really considering that are making people that are already predisposed to be unhinged, unchecked. They're now running amok like wild people, like crazy people walking out of a mental asylum. It's nuts.
No, it's crazy because you just feel like we aren't. You think we've moved so much, like, as civilization, but it just feels like we're maybe about 2-3 turns away from getting right back to the dark ages. Or something.
We always used to say that. I mean, you and I have joked around about this. Even when remember we were going to Toronto, we were talking about how peaceful the drive was, and we were like, bruh, like, imagine all it takes is for one or two things to happen, and we're all back to the Stone Age. Like, all it takes is for like a few cloud networks, Amazon Web Services.
That's it.
Google Web Services to shut down, and then nobody can access any of their apps.
Bro,
iCloud shuts down. Boom.
Even
Now people, in the days of our parents, they had to memorize 20, 30 numbers by head, like phone numbers, just to like addresses, all that stuff. Now most people are predisposed to not know any. Like, I know people that don't even know their parents' numbers offhand. They have to scroll through their phones.
Insane. That even their own numbers. So I think it's so weird, right? Because previous to this, people were using their brains more and just, even being more social and getting understanding common decency.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was like a spike, and now
it's forcing
right
us to go
down.
back to. It's forcing us to use our brains. Hopefully, this improves the musical landscape too, because I'm not gonna lie, I was really tired of all the bullshit that we've been hearing for at least the last 10 years. I would say once Soulja Boy
did that dance.
Yeah, once he took YouTube by storm and did the crank that and made all of my brain cells started melting little by little. I think all of the music crazes that have kind of come as a result of the Soulja Boys and the Lil B's and all that stuff, I think all that stuff is probably going to wind down for a bit, which is great, which I'm grateful for, because it's bringing. I mean, you already see what's happening with the IG lives. Like, shout out to Swiss and Tim.
No, big shout out to Swiss and Tim. The reason I'm a little worried, I don't know if it's going to go away, because I think that sound and the people that create that sound are a lot easier to prey on. Right?
Well, they're also the ones that are, unfortunately, they're the ones that are most impacted by the economy sliding into a recession.
Not even slide, just a temporal stop to
correct.
What just them not making money from, whether it be tours or appearances, or even just
or even the ones that claim to be selling whatever, like they can't be outside. So how are you selling anything if you can't be outside? Well,
first off, they're not selling shit. They don't have these bodies.
But that's what I'm saying. They can't rap about that stuff anymore, because literally you cannot be outside. So you can't lie and say, I'll be doing this and doing that, because, bro, you are inside like the rest of everybody else. So,
well, I don't know. These people, it's absolutely sad. To wrap up on the Boris Johnson and your president thing.
Your prime minister.
It's I think even with this topic we're saying, I think we have to be. I don't know why people don't want to listen to experts in certain subject matters.
Because the line is blurred. Who are the experts now?
Well, it's there, right?
All of our leaders are
not listening to
questionable, and also not listening to people that are experts in their respective fields.
Exactly. It's so weird, because doctors will be like, don't do this, don't take this, and then our quote unquote leaders will be like, let's see, try it out. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it.
I still think all of this is somehow Bush's fault, because once he established was it him that created the No Child Left Behind, all that stuff?
Yes, I think so. I think it was.
I think everything that's happening now is a direct result of No Child Left Behind. Everything. Like fake news, people like not fact checking, not using critical thinking, like all the things that we learned as kids that we were encouraged to do to like actually be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody practices any of those things in 2020.
Yeah, No Child Left Behind was 2002, which would be 2 years into his candidacy, because I think he won 2000. Yeah.
People are just really, really slow, man. So that's why, like, for me, I've been taking this time to not really engage with the stuff that I'm seeing on social media. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm listening to a lot of 70s, 80s, early 90s music to kind of really get my creative juices flowing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm catching up with family and friends. I'm ignoring the exes that want to disturb my peace. Just like the normal
Regular. On a fun day evening.
Nothing makes a fun day evening better than ignoring your exes who persistently want to disturb your peace.
Sure. No, I think you're right about that. Definitely, the No Child Left Behind Act has, like, the ramifications are just all over the country, and we see it. Like you're saying with the rappers, to bring that back. If these kids aren't in school or even being catered to by teachers, tutors, or just I feel like the people they even just exchange ideas or conversations with. I think everybody, just the average kid growing up in America, I'm not sure what they really know, because we see all this influencers and we see all these people who are personalities on social media, and it's funny, but it's sad, like.
Are you still seeing influencers on social media? I haven't seen anything really since this shit, like since stuff got really crazy.
Everybody's doing Don't Rush Challenge. You know how it is.
Oh, and the Tootsie Slide.
I was going to get into
that full slide.
Right full slide. Up full slide. I love the Don't Rush Challenge, by the way, because I love
everybody slide. Okay. 1, 2 slide. Everything slide.
Can you do it? The Tootsie Slide?
You really think that?
Can you dance like Michael Jackson?
You really think on Obasanjo's internet? I'm going to.
First off, it's Wally Soyinka's internet. We just spoke about respecting our educated men. You out here shouting out military man or a leader. Come on, bro.
You're forgetting who really controls Nigeria, and you're forgetting that we both have to go back to that place eventually. So
you out here bigging up the Big Shag?
Big Shags!
What's Obasanjo's first name?
We're not doing this.
Okay, then.
We're not doing you can't give up the plug, B. Come on.
Okay.
He already looks like my grandfather.
Anyway, I don't mind the Don't Rush Challenge. I don't mind it. I love seeing people do things that make them happy, because I feel like everybody's going nuts being home, and obviously it's a way to keep people connected, because I don't even know how it works. I'm sure they're in a group chat somewhere saying do it like this, throw it here, I'll catch it here, all that.
There's definitely a few WhatsApp groups popping that are teaching people how to do this dance.
But in that, we get the different editions. Today I saw the plant influencers.
Oh yeah, Drake definitely paid a bunch of kids.
Yeah, no, the plant influencers one Don't Rush. And now with Drake, I'm not mad at Drake. People are stuck home and looking for things to do. And whenever people come up with challenges or dances that can work for people that don't know how to dance, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I also think that it's a direct duplication of In My Feelings with the Shiggy stuff.
No,
just without
definitely.
Shiggy.
The Shiggy thing worked and it wasn't planned, right? So now you plan something and see how well it does. And it's not even like it takes, I don't know how long it took him to write it, or took whoever to write it for him, whatever that is. But I think it's going to pop. People are home, I've already seen people like get in their car and dance on the side of the car. I guess Drake loves that because, he's going to share shit he likes.
Look, Drake is doing what he does, man. He plays the villain, then he plays the victim, and then he puts out something for the streets, and then he puts something out for the socials, and then
this guy,
everybody, the cycle repeats.
Fowles did it with his song too.
Yeah, Young T and Bugsy are definitely
What's the
very
name of Fowler's song?
that I don't
It's
know
Bop.
offhand.
Something Bop. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank and I know the name of the song. Bop Daddy.
Oh, Boof. Is it not Boof Daddy?
No, it's Bop Daddy.
BOP.
Yeah.
I do not
And
know.
it features Miss Banks, who today I found out is a robo. Delta Gang.
Yeah, so you didn't know that?
I did not. I swear to you, I did not know that. I'm late to the party.
So I have an amazing Miss Banks story because she's the most wonderful human being in real life.
Put me on.
But so basically, we met during Starboy Fest in London.
Right, because you take many trips to your homeland.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But anyways, I was with the woman I was seeing at the time, who is very close to Miss Banks. And
Buff Daddy.
so I was introduced to her, and after we met, I was like, she's giving me very much Nigerian energy. And she said, "You didn't know I'm Nigerian?" I was like, "No way." And then she introduced me to her mom, and her mom confirmed it. And I was like, "Wow, my own sister."
That's Miss Banks.
And if not for the fact that I was in a room with someone that I was talking to at that time, I probably would have made
pew, took some shots.
Yeah, pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Natalie?
It's a chopper.
Oh.
No, but she's literally the sweetest, and she's very talented.
Yeah, she gives us good energy off the camera. Obviously, I don't know her, I haven't met her. But...
Oh, no, she's awesome.
Yeah, I found out today she's a robot, so, It's Delta Gang.
Delta Gang.
I told her I tweeted we need to eat stasha and owo soup. So
I peeped.
Big up Miss Banks. So yeah, no, I think all the artists now.
Also,
go ahead.
Also shout out to her manager Tops, because Tops will kill me if I don't shout him out.
Big up Tops.
Big up to Big Tops.
And shout out to, I think, all the artists that are finding, like, we were just about to get into the verses, because I know it's ZUZ. That's Vezos. I don't know if it's a Nigerian Vezos.
It's not.
That Swizz and Tim are behind. Obviously they started it off, and I think the next big one was Dream and Sean Garrett, which was a mess. Then
oh my god,
I don't know what you're allowed to comment on, so I'll just if you're free to comment if you want.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't ever want to be on any chat app with any man where his tongue is out. Pause. Yeah, I just don't need. We don't need any of that. The fact that Swizz had to call him and be like,
"What happened? Like, what's going on?" Like,
please drink your water, my guy. Grown man. I don't know what's happening. You gotta
tell a grown man to drink water.
Can you imagine if somebody's? Can you imagine if somebody's whole son came to you and was like, "Bro, I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but I'm gonna need you to drink some water,
I'm turning into King Kong. I'm fighting everybody. Don't tell me to drink water, Mike.
You standing on top of tables in the club. Who you telling to drink water?
I have to kick my ass before I drink this water.
You get drop kicked off the table.
Beats me, bro. Before I drink water.
We told BAWO to drink some water. He flipped out. I'm like, I mean, did you tell me in front of women?
Like, don't tell me.
We did.
We got fine ladies in here giggling. They got heels on, tight dresses, and you gonna tell me to drink water, sir?
Like he's from the Bronx. Him throwing Timbs at your face was actually like the lowest form of retaliation.
That's because I fuck with you. No, do not tell me to drink water in a public space, bro. Do not. Just the idea is pissing me off.
All right, let's take it away from getting pissed.
So that happened. And next was Neo and I wondered, because I know the Ninja artists, Ninja producers did it. Neo went against Jonta.
Yeah.
That was very, very good.
I agree. I think it was an interesting battle, because a lot of people don't realize that Jonta has made. I don't know if is it Jonta or Jonta.
Jonta. I was bugging.
I've heard a variety of people call. It's like when people used to say Joe Budden's name, instead of Joe Budden, they would say Joe Buttons and
I
have
don't
the
know
S.
why the S was always just so smooth with it for some reason.
But yeah, I don't. that battle was interesting because Jonte's always been one of my favorite producers on the low, but it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you were not a really big R&B head, you wouldn't know that he was behind a lot of records. It's kind of like how a lot of people don't know that Young Berg, aka Hitmakers, is behind a lot of the pop R&B stuff that's out right now. And, you know, he's a legend, and in his own right. Jonte, I'm speaking of. So.
I think it was a pleasant surprise for a lot of people, which is dope because you know, we love to see people get their roses. So I'm sure his numbers went up, and obviously Neo was the one going in with something to lose because he's more popular.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't sleep on the. I never sleep on.
No, not that. I'm just saying that Jonte had a lot to win, and he held it down, and I think a lot of people were put on to his work and were impressed by, because when you get on the timeline, you see a bunch of, oh, he did that, oh, he wrote that, oh, you know. So Neo, obviously, it's a lot more popular, so it's easier to know what Neo's done. And
any man that can write a song for a woman and sound better than sound like the actual woman, sound like a woman writing the song. Nah, that's dangerous.
They're both talented. Obviously, Neo did a replaceable big anthem for women, and what's the Rihanna song? I don't wanna be a murderer. What's the title of that shit?
It's called Murderer.
It's not Murderer, is it? It's not.
I think it's called.
It's not called Murderer. Thank you.
Well, let's ask Siri. Hello, Siri. Hey Siri. What is the name of Rihanna's song that includes the word murderer? Murderer, not Yeah, not Rihanna, murderer.
It's called Unfaithful. Thank you very much.
It's I Can't Wait by All Dirty Bastard.
What?
Siri is buggy. Do you hear what she said?
What?
Siri, you are banned. How do I give you
Rihanna question? Rihanna, what's your, and obviously, Jonte has written, or Jonte. I'm saying it wrong now. I got two things in my head, but he wrote for Aaliyah.
You got his name wrong. I got the song wrong.
He wrote for Aaliyah, and he wrote that damn anthem by Mary J. Blige. So
the Dancery?
No, I don't think it's Dancery.
No. Let's what's it called? Why am I forgetting all the names of records that I play?
Your thing too, is to remember record names.
It's because my brain has been, overused.
For what, sir?
This quarantine stuff. I've had to use my brain a lot more than I thought I would.
Without you, I think.
Oh. And I can't breathe without you, baby.
That was very good.
I'm sorry. That wasn't me. That was Musa.
That was very good. You did wonderful there, sir.
I appreciate you. Sometimes I have to pretend I can't sing sometimes. Just a small like that. Before we go into the rest of this conversation, have you seen that very ridiculous preview on Netflix for the show, the new movie that what's her face is in? Why I'm literally having brain farts.
Welcome to my world, bro.
Taraji
something coffee and something
about coffee and
yes.
Kareem. I will give them A+ on the name, but the storyline is looking a little janky like that.
I saw the preview, and it just feels like bad casting first and foremost. Like, I just can't see those two people as a couple. I get.
No. I'm also really over the storylines, like the 4 storylines that we're getting on all these new platforms now. It's always very predictable. It's always interracial couple with a kid they can't really figure out, or I don't even want to go through the rest of my theories, but you know what I mean. It's always like some questionable.
I will say this though, I'm so bored that Netflix, Hulu, whoever, whatever shit you said no to, just let them shits fly right now. Like, what do you have to lose? Just a bunch of people watching.
Like Netflix only offered us $20,000. Like, can we accept that $20,000? Yeah,
like, yo, if you've pitched Netflix something before, run back to them, bro. Every email you got, hit them with the Drake. How about now? Like, for real, it's real. Did you see the numbers? What's it called? Joe Exotic is doing the Tiger
Dog,
King?
Absolutely. Him and his racist stuff, absolutely.
It's not saying it's not. It's beautiful work. It's a great documentary, but it's just it has the country captivated. It's just everybody. You could say Carol Baskins. You don't have. You could just say a random line from that documentary, and people know what it is. Everything that's dropping, it's being watched instantly.
I'm still waiting for Fab to turn it into a song.
Yeah, Fab hasn't made his way to the studio yet, has he?
I got a record ready to go. Nobody even asking.
Oh.
Treat you like Joe Exotic did Carol Baskin.
Oh,
Like
bad.
what?
Bad.
It's FAB.
No,
It's
it
not me.
isn't. I'm ashamed if it was you.
You know who do you think is it being ghostwriting?
Okay, I'm not even gonna. I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. So I don't want Street 50 Diddy Damn to pull up.
No. I don't need a guy to holler back when this is over.
Man, with this corona, man's is just trying to breathe. We don't need any Wahala.
Yeah, we don't need any Wahala intended.
Yeah. But no, it's been a mess. We just need shows to watch. I've ran through Money Heist. I ran through Ozark in a 24-hour window.
Same.
So it's sad. It's absolutely sad how much time I have on my hands. And
I'm very sad about how Money Heist season 4 ended, dog. We're not gonna spoil it, but I'm very sad.
I think it opens up a new chapter, right?
What's her face? Well, I'm not gonna say the name, but what's her face didn't have to go out like that, dog.
That's what you feel? Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Well, I'm not gonna go too much. I just felt like we got a good introduction into what's her face. You know what I mean? Like more than just being that one thing, and then they were like, "All right, cool. This is where it ends."
we should do that moving forward. Like we should give fake reviews, like so we don't like reviews that are pointless because we're not spoiling it. But it's like, what's the point? It's like try to give your best review of something just in case people haven't watched it without actually spoiling the show.
Well, if you've seen it, you know who exactly we're talking about. But
exactly. But even like Ozark, the fact that those people did that thing and caused that thing to happen. At the end, for that person that was evil the entire time to get murked the way that person was murked, it was crazy. It was a complete plot twist. I wasn't expecting that at all. Everybody who's listening to this is pissed. Like what is this people talking about?
Has to go like that.
Wow, I didn't describe the gender of the person though.
You said
the one that described the gender.
So.
Oh, you're right. Hey, you got me.
No, but ran through that. Ran through Money Heist.
Have you seen Communities on Netflix?
I think you told me about it. I still haven't. Maybe that'll be the next thing.
Absolutely, definitely take part of that.
What else?
I've also been watching Dave on FX, which is hilarious.
That's the rapper's show, right? I'm not
Dicky.
interested. I'm sorry.
Yo, it's actually really funny. I didn't think I was gonna like it either, but it's actually
nothing has made me feel like watching it.
It's like
I was gonna
say
it has Atlanta vibes to me, but
yeah, well, Taco from Our Future is in it. Okay,
maybe. I might give that one a chance. FX has some good shows that people really don't watch.
Yeah, they're killing it. Even like I think Better Call Saul is up there too.
And there's this show that's based on mutants. I forgot what it's called. I used to watch it.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it either, but it's really good.
Yeah. So it's been that, just keeping up. And then, so did you watch the battles between the Nigerian producers?
So I did, and I wanted to talk to you about that because there's an epidemic happening in Nigeria right now, and I think you're familiar with it. It's what's it called? It's fake humility.
Is it happening now? And or has it always happened
and Godfatherism.
in Nigeria? Okay.
It's always happened, and I'll at least say in Nigeria, it's always happened, where you have people that respectability politics. No matter if the person's right or wrong, the argument can usually be shut down by, am I your age? Can you be talking to your father like that?
Yeah, Nigeria makes you want to be humble, even if you're not, and there's no individuality in that. But they push you to be humble so much that people fake it. Right? Because
they're insecure, and just like Kendrick Lamar said, I can't fake humble just because your ass is insecure, and that is unfortunately a very Nigerian problem. So basically, the reason why we bring that up to introduce the conversation is there was a battle on IG Live a few days ago between was it Mastercraft and Fields? Fields, yeah. And Fields is pretty young to be as accomplished as he is, and to be working with the artists he's worked with in Nigerian music space. He's done.
I think he's in his mid-20s.
Yeah, and he's done a lot, and he works hard. They both work hard. Let me not take away from Mastercraft either, because Mastercraft definitely was EME still.
Flavor, Fino, I think. Who else?
He's also BAWO's cousin.
Two different.
Don't forget that.
But
so,
carry on.
No, for sure. I mean, you guys are related. That's fine. Yeah, he's definitely the reason why I know who Flavor is. And there's a lot of Wizkid records that wouldn't have happened without Mastercraft. I'm trying to think.
I can't remember. What's this artist's name that I can't stand because he knows how to dance but doesn't perform well?
I see what you're doing.
I can't remember.
Not gonna get me.
I'm gonna just Google the title. I can't remember names today. It's sad. It's so.
You see, you're making fun of me, and now you are going to the same thing.
It's so sad because I'm not sure. I just can't stand him because that's his name. Yeah, but carry on about the humility thing. Those who know who I'm talking about. I've said it in a podcast before. You know what I mean? It's just
I'm sure you have,
but
for some reason you can't say it now, but it's fine.
Oh, you think I can't say it? Put the battery in my back, young man.
When people do that, you think I'm not gonna say it? You think I'm not gonna do it?
Oh,
word? You think I'm pussy? Oh, all right.
His name is Techno.
Oh,
exactly.
Baby, Pana. I think he just put
the
out a song
man is
too.
Talented, makes beats, makes good songs, dances in his videos, but just doesn't perform well. But yeah, so back to Fake Humility and Mastercraft and Phils.
Yeah, so basically what happened is there was a battle between Mastercraft and Fields. Fields and Mastercraft definitely brought their best to the table. Fields apparently did too well. And so there was some pride during the battle. There were some words exchanged. People's egos were inflamed. And then towards the end of the battle, Mastercraft basically accused Fields of being disrespectful, not respecting his elders, et cetera, and ended the battle, I guess, left the battle.
Yeah, I personally think when you're battling, it's a level playing field. You know what I mean? Like, you respect your opponent and your the competitor, whatever it is. It's just level playing field. We got to do what we got to do now. I talk a lot of shit. So if you're in competition with me, you're gonna have to deal with that. And there are people who their competitive juices starts to flow, and then you get them going back and forth, and they say things that they usually wouldn't think about saying, but they will just go off and start saying it. So I think there's that Mastercraft's folder game is different from Phil's. It is what it is. Mastercraft is known, well respected. He's one of the OGs in the game, and he's put out work that's to be respected. So I don't know if Mastercraft went in thinking Phil's was gonna be like, wow, that's dope. Oh, let me play my little song, But if you're on there, it's just game. Like, it is what it is. You want to beat the person, you want to get them off the game, you want to get them thinking or talking about something else, and then maybe try to win. I don't think Phil's is going there like, okay, I'm about to lose. So I totally see that. I know even with Saw's one, Saw's kept saying that's cute, to Sheezy. But Sheezy was not offended by it. Sheezy's happy to be there. Sheezy's himself, and Saul should also be allowed to be himself, similar to Mastercraft and Phil's. These people should be themselves. Everyone shouldn't be on some, it's not you, boss, guy, this. No. If you want to talk shit,
Mastercraft on the beat.
If you want to talk shit. And if you feel like you're going to be offended by someone talking shit, you shouldn't do that, Yeah,
Egos, man. That's unfortunately the thing that's killing
I
people.
don't. Nigeria forces people to be humble so much, and you fear that, and they be like, "Oh, one of these days something's gonna happen to you." Da da da. Because
Like, why would you say that?
someone isn't humble. But my thing is, when humble people fail, y'all don't do nothing for them. There are a bunch of humble people that didn't make it. You guys aren't on some. Let's donate to this man's link and help him out since he was so humble for years. No, it's like Burner is going through it now. Obviously, whenever Burner speaks his mind, people catch feelings. That's how Burner feels. That's how Burner feels. But why would you want him to fail because he feels away? Like, your insecurities.
It's a lot of insecurity.
You gotta look yourself in the mirror and see why when somebody feels good about themselves, you're offended.
That is definitely a Nigerian problem.
It's big in Nigeria. I'm not saying we're not saying it's only Nigeria, obviously, but it's something that people should legit look into and have an important conversation with themselves. Yeah, because it's weird. Even Manny Fresh and Scott Storch went in, and Manny went in. Manny went in with his drops and skits.
Yeah, and they were playful with it. Like they clearly respect
but
each other.
They know it's a battlefield. We gotta talk shit. I gotta get you off your game. Manny brought up the fact that he lost a bunch of his money, practically all of his money, through drugs and women.
To drugs and stuff. Yep.
They still cool. At the end of it, they said, big up. They want to work together. All that, It's...
He's like, yeah, I lost a lot of money, but I also made a lot of hits. So
it's a battle. Talk shit. I don't know. It's weird, but it's still fun to watch Nigerian producers get on that platform and exhibit like their skills and show us what they've done. Because a lot of people don't pay attention to the producer. A lot of people don't pay attention to the beat makers, which could be one person or could be both. Two different people as well. So I think it's dope. We also got to see Chopsticks go against Lyric. Yeah, that was cool. Let me just tell you now, Lyric had 2G internet, bro. 2G. Big up Lyric, and call the paramedic and all that good stuff. But, bro, my word, Jesus, it was bad. It went from a.
So it wasn't just NSG that had bad Wi-Fi.
I wasn't looking. How many was in NSG?
You're asking me a question knowing that I can't answer because of Afrobeat's joke. Afrobeat made a joke where he said that NSG has to split their bill 10 ways when they go to restaurants.
Mad.
Shout outs to both sides, man. Both sides are cool, but it's just funny to watch people trade bands, man. It's all healthy.
What I'm saying.
It's all healthy fun,
and
they did it the right way.
You have to get these bands.
They're friends in real life, but they got.
And talking about that, did you see Skepta and J5?
Yes, I saw, and I also saw that Dave was snitching on everything.
Dave got himself off.
Why are you playing this record? Why are you playing that record? You're not supposed to be playing that record. Dave got on a pedestal and
J5 was like, spoke his mind.
And J5 was like, Dave's vocals have been deleted.
I'm tired. No, but J5 was going in. He was saying he's about to smack you in the back of the head to Skepta. Like, that's his OG, So you have once the battle starts, just let it be about that, If somebody's disrespecting in real life and it's not you feel it's personal, that's different. But they have to get over. But back to Lyric's horrible internet connection. Bro, it was so bad. I hope you hop on YouTube and watch it. At some point.
Some was on Etisalat.
He lost service like 5 times, hopped on different. I think he logged into different accounts. It's just that whatever bunker he was in, it was not, that data was not coming through. Yo, bro, the room went from a 3D room to a one-dimensional room. Like, it was crazy. There was one time.
It looked like it was playing GoldenEye on N64.
You know when shit is just fucking up and then you gotta blink to like reset your eyes?
Damn, you said Lyric was playing Wolfenstein 2D on a Windows 3.0 computer.
It was bad, bro.
He had the
It was
floppy,
you
the
know the
floppy drive
snake
joint
game. There was that much detail. There was that much
on the
detail.
Nokia.
Like Lyric was dropping bombs, and Burner was in the house, so Burner would show up, jump, like hype it up and everything. And obviously, Chopsticks has made songs for Burner, so it was cool. Chopsticks got hits. Chopstick played some drum with Sean Paul and Janae Aiko. Yup.
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks got hits. The man was flexing. And then people were saying, why is Ice
it
Prince
should.
not by his side? I think Ice Prince was trying to pull up, and nobody knows what happened to Ice Prince. So there was a where's the Ice Prince going on, but it was really fun. But damn,
What's Ice
well,
Prince's
Ice Prince
significance
is
in all this?
like he has a good amount of songs with Chopsticks, and then being that Burner was in the
Oh,
house
okay.
with Lyric, everyone was saying, damn, like how come you don't have
That
somebody
makes
hyping it
sense.
up like Burner hyping it up? Because the song would drop and Burner would out here give a quick performance. Yeah, it was no social
Got it.
distancing in that piece. But bro, the data was horrible. Horrible.
That's unfortunate.
And have you talking about lives? Have you seen the most recent, the biggest thing in Ninja now? The biggest live in Ninja this moment?
Hey guys, get ready for some great news. We're partnering with Sendwave to give each of our listeners free credits added to their first transaction. Sendwave is a mobile app you download on your phone, allowing you to send money instantly and without any fees. With Sendwave, you can send money to Nigeria from the comfort of your home. That means fast, reliable, fee-free, and secure transfers to your friends and family with excellent exchange rates to match.
Yep. Once you download the Sendwave app from the Apple Store or Google Play Store, apply promo code Wahala. Again, that's promo code Wahala, and you will get free credit added to your first transaction. Now back to the show.
The biggest live? Oh,
They said, I've heard Gatesman, I've heard Driver, I've heard Weed Deliverer, whatever he is. The Aboki, Father.
They keep calling him David's. They keep telling me David's gay man, but it's really funny.
Yes,
Father BMW, and Pop Smoke's ex.
She is Pop Smoke's ex.
I mean, she's from my sources say that she's out here. You know what I'm saying? But she was last linked with.
Got you. I think she's British and Ugandan, right?
Untimely passing.
That's tough. She's a very very pretty young lady. No,
that's how they get you.
At all, but she's just very pretty.
Yeah, shout out to all the pretty women in the universe, especially to our visibly endowed listeners. We see you, but depending on what month it is, sometimes we're
no. We don't want any wahala.
So we don't want any wahala at all. If you see us and you think that we may have to pull up on the
don't pull up,
please
don't
not
slide.
pull up on us.
Do
not. We don't DM us anything salacious, please. We don't want any problems at home. You know what I'm saying? We respect y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're all children of God. We cannot invite you to our night
put it
vigils.
like this.
You know what I'm saying? The churches are closed until the quarantine is over.
We think you're attractive.
You know
we're just not attracted. No, they're attractive people.
Look,
they're attractive. I can speak for myself. You guys are all pretty and attractive, but I don't want.
Don't toast me. I don't want.
I am not bread.
Do not toast me. Do I look like Bagel? Please.
Cause she got that. That's like a bagel.
This is all coming out of BAWO's mouth. You see, I haven't said anything. They're trying to get me in trouble. I don't want somebody's daughter to flog me. After I was making lasagna yesterday, now you want to get me flogged.
Sorry, but no, big up to.
I don't want anybody to send me to my family to save me, please.
Shout out to our sponsors.
It's about that time. You know what it is. You know what it is. Shout out to our sponsors, Sendwave. This Corona Kenya has been wild interesting because I actually had to send money again to. I had to send not to a family member, but to a friend who urgently needed to figure out their test kit situation for their Corona test. So I sent, small money to Dan. just a little skinny, and it was actually really dope because I tried out
And
one of our
what
codes.
is the code, sir?
The code is actually Wahala. So I went through the Sendwave app, and I typed in Wahala, and I did get fee-free transfer, which was really cool because the process I didn't really expect it to be as smooth as it was. I'm used to just paying it, but it was actually really cool. I was able to take part in our own promo, and they got their money quick, and it was really
I had to do a little fraud myself because I have 2 phones. I have 2 phones and 2 emails, so I already have the app. So I had to re-download the app on the second phone and use a different email so I could get the promo code. So I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not saying I'm
Feds, if you're
ashamed or
listening,
I'm proud
BAWO
of
did
myself,
not say any
but
of that.
you know, it is what it is. Shout out to our sponsors. Obviously the process is super duper quick and very easy. So if you're sending money, especially to Nigeria, take advantage. And the code is Wahala.
You know,
so don't say we haven't done anything for you people.
Definitely went straight into the bank account on that side in Nigeria. So
yeah, you be on the phone and they be like, "Yep, came through."
Our listener. Shout out to our listeners that have Nigerian family members that are looking for a way to send money home during this pandemic. We've just shouted out the easiest opportunity to do so, and that is through Sendwave. So that's that. The battles were cool. Father BMW was also hilarious. I don't think they're gonna end up together for obvious reasons.
I think she's gonna end up in Nigeria,
but I do. For sure. I mean, she's. I mean, let me not say what I was gonna say, but she's definitely going to be.
She's
active,
gonna be at events this December.
She's gonna be mixy. Do her thing. But I do think that they're gonna be like. I could see them being really good friends.
I'm sure they're gonna make money together.
Yeah, they bounce off each other really well. They can make a lot of money together if they really play it smart. We'll see, Sha. Just because you see, you and I tend to see things for the potential. It doesn't always mean that the people directly involved actually care to make the most out of the opportunity. But let's hope, Sha. If they're smart, they will figure it out.
No, so I wanted to ask you this because the next,
I most likely can't answer it because of somebody's daughter. We'll continue.
Versus is supposed to be, is it Babyface?
It was supposed to happen this weekend, but it didn't because of reasons that I actually can't talk about. But it will happen as soon as it can because both artists have agreed to do it and they want to do it. It's just there are some decisions that have to be made before things can be pushed through.
I guess I know things are trying to be monetized, and I'm not
awesome. No, I don't even think it's about that because Swiss, from what I know from conversations with Swiss, he's not necessarily looking for the corporate sponsors and all that stuff to muddy up the shit. He'd much rather keep it an organic, Instagram only, like direct to fan type of thing. But yes, there are certain entities that want to make it a corporate play and tie in all these things and brands and stuff into it, which is going to fuck it up most likely. You already have a bunch of other genres and other labels and powers of that nature that are trying to copy the formula and bring other genres into it, and it's just interesting to see how, like, no matter what we create, there's always going to be who's that try to copy the sauce. So this is just a reminder that chocolate people, if you got ideas, just put them out there because you may be able to capitalize on a situation that can get you a bag. I mean, Swiss don't care about a bag right now because he already got it. Tim don't care about the bag right now because he already got it. But imagine if it was any one of us that thought of this versus idea, and we were able to take it to the next level with the relationships that we have. So just a reminder, if y'all have a creative idea and you're just sitting at home doing nothing, definitely stop wasting your time. Put yourself to good use. Be productive and proactive, and get that bag. Because if we're able to close deals during this quarantine, you know what I'm saying? If quarantine 2020 has allowed even us to close some deals, then there's nothing stopping y'all from doing so.
And even shout out to the people in Nigeria, well, not necessarily in Nigeria, but the people making the Nigeria battles happen. I know, was it Special Slim, Dada Boy, and yes.
Oh yeah, from MTV.
And
Oh lit.
why can't I remember his name right now? And Ovi, two of the people, not
Oh,
just okay,
not
Ovi,
just
two of the
okay.
people working behind the scenes to make the battles happen. So big up to them because these are big things in
Amazing.
our culture as well, and for music back home. You know, I think a lot of people get to respect the producers more, which I'm sure has its effect. Well, it might not be like instantly, but you know, people should respect the producers more because a lot of these producers go through a lot of BS with artists and getting paid. So all this is great. All this is great for the culture, the songwriters, the producers, the beat makers. You know, all of that. Big up to all of them.
Absolutely.
So it's been great. Obviously, it's been keeping us engaged and keeping us occupied as we deal with Korokoro and its ways. And I wanted to just say thank you to all the healthcare workers. This is
yeah, for sure. Everybody that our British Mandem and Gaudim been clapping for every other night at 8 or 9 p.m. You know, the clapping that happens that they record and put on the gram. The small things that people are doing to make sure that they show appreciation to these people that are literally putting their lives on the line
constantly, because a lot of people don't even have equipment, the PPEs to deal with this pandemic. So,
Doc, speaking of PPEs, did you hear about the ventilators that were seized that were coming from
the U.S. to Barbados? I think it was that Rihanna paid for, right?
Yeah, bro, they were seized by the U.S. What I read is that they were seized by
that's
the
what
U.S.
I've been hearing too. So it's insane. It's gotten there. We're there now, where it's like the rules are being bent. You know, we have somebody in charge as one to bend the rules and to make himself look good. So
that is nuts.
I feel for the people in Barbados, you know, because obviously America's announcing every other day or so that we're expecting this from this country, we're expecting that from this country. So I don't even know how Rihanna feels right now, where you pay for something for your people and then it just gets seized because the government and the private business can't come up with an agreement. And
it's nuts.
It's very weird. I guess it's like when you order some shit and it don't get delivered, now you gotta go. Like, I don't even know what happens with that. That's what it is, right? Yeah, like
they
you
can't
just
track
see the tracker.
Was there DHL?
Bro, like it's insane. Like you just see the tracking number and it's like it's there, but it hasn't moved in days. And then you call the people and they're telling you hit up DHL, and DHL is saying, bro, that's insane. Nah, I hope they figure this out and get those equipment, especially if it's just sitting there, because I'm sure it sits there and until all the parties are on the same page.
Yeah, Barbados just announced their first passing from Corona yesterday or today, which is coincidental.
Yeah, exactly. So that's absolutely sad because every damn equipment counts. Every testing kit matters, So even in because I was talking to people in England, like they're going through it as well, where they just don't have enough. People are still not, social distancing is still being questioned, and people are, I don't know, everyone seems to be having a hard time just social distancing themselves from the next person. I don't get it. It's just a mess all around, like, because New York, people are still in the parks catching sun rays because the weather was nice today.
The weather was nice, yeah.
I'm lost, bro. I really don't think we're gonna see outside for a minute.
I just saw a tweet that said reported U.S. coronavirus cases via CNN. February 6th, 12. March 6th, 332. April 6th, 367,507 cases.
But I expect that, though, because we didn't have enough testing kits, right? So the numbers in February and March should not even now, do we have enough testing kits? So the numbers are not accurate. No. It's just the amount of people that have gotten a chance to be tested. because people were dying from it before the test kits came. It's ugly, bro.
He's very
It's
nasty.
ugly. But please, people here, abroad, wherever you are, please stay away from others. Did you hear about Funke in Nigeria getting arrested?
Dog. So I'm
Because
happy we're talking about
that's
this
where I
now.
wanted to transition to. But social. Well, go ahead. I'll let you introduce it.
So basically, Funke Akindele was selected by the was
Okay.
it Dettol? It was some brand that she was basically tapped to promote the awareness of the coronavirus and telling people to stay indoors and social distancing and all that stuff in Nigeria. And she promoted this thing with that brand, telling people to stay home on socials. And not even a few days later, her husband, who's JJC from Skills, which is a well-known, I'll say classic Afro rap group from Nigeria, her husband put on IG Live, he put on the stories that he was at a party with mad people, including his wife, Funke Akindele, Naira Marley, like a bunch of random influencers in the Nigerian space, and they were all not practicing social distancing, clearly. And it was like maybe 40, I counted like 30, 40 people in just the video that I saw. It's a bit nuts because it'd be like finding that, Jared from, is it Jared from, which Jared am I thinking
Somewhere.
of? BAWO. Jared. Why am I thinking of Jared?
Jared. Subway.
Brand. Thank you. It'd be like watching Jared from Subway being tapped to do Weight Watchers commercial, but then you see him like going to like a hot dog eating contest and participating, somebody catching it on video. Like that's the type of contradictory hypocrisy that we saw on the story. So mad people came for Funke Akindele's head for her being irresponsible with her platform and her husband being irresponsible with Instagram. And it's just unfortunate, man. But I'm happy that the Nigerian public were able to take her to task on her being irresponsible, and I hope that it reminds people to not be stupid, whether they have a platform or don't have a platform. Like, you are literally responsible for whether people catch this thing or don't. Like, if you can stay indoors, cool. And if you can't stay indoors, stay indoors.
Right, especially rich people
There's
not
really
staying
no other way to
indoors
say
is
it.
insane to me, because most of these people have big ass plot of land, a yard, a pool, or this or that. Like, there's a whole lot. Like, I get
Dog.
it. It's hard. Like, but it's
Yes, and you invited people over to you invited someone like Naira Marley. That's another thing. Like, you have certain artists that should know better. Like, you have a platform. You're being put on the internet around the time that people are being asked to not be around people, and you're okay. You're smiling in the video. You act like everything's cool. That shit is dangerous, and you have influence. So obviously, if you're controlling a group of people, like, you're controlling all your fans, and they're seeing, their leader being irresponsible, of course they're going to be easily coerced into not following directions and ignoring the government when they tell them to follow directions, because they're following you. You know what I mean? So
it's sad. Like, I feel like they're gonna make an example of her, which is really sad. But yeah, I don't
they
know
already
if it's
have.
over. I
No, I don't think
it's
so.
just so hard to, like, she's a sweet person off what we see online. She has a great personality, but it's just like, bro, why? What exactly was so important for you to set up a party at your crib and just like, because it's like you affect one person, they're gonna take it home to their family's gonna. It just has this big effect. And then I saw the courthouse video, and you have reporters on top of reporters, just like in a closed space, not respecting social distancing. Like, it's just it's a mess. I think I'm happy she's being like held responsible for what she did, but I don't know where they're gonna take this for her sake.
Me either. I just hope that people just are more responsible, Sha, because it's
It's sad.
ridiculous.
It's sad. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say too much on. I don't want to know what else to say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying to think what else happened that we can talk about.
I think.
We talked to Boris Johnson. We talked about.
And Boris is like, his situation is not good, by the way. Boris Johnson.
Who? Oh yeah, he's really going through it. They're saying that he's moved into intensive care. Yeah, prayers up for Boris Johnson. I mean, no matter how terrible people are, I never wish bad on people, right? So, and I see a lot of people that are wishing death to this guy, and it's like, yikes. I mean, I get it. He's an idiot, and he's definitely made a lot of really bad decisions that affect
many people,
millions of people. But still, that's not a
death is
can't be out here claiming Christian and wishing death on people. And that's another thing, especially Africans. We deal with that stuff a lot. It's like the same people that will be in church during night vigil one night are the same people that will be wishing death on people. Enemy, die by fire. You will die by fire. Holy Ghost fire will destroy you and rip your heart into pieces, and your whole entire family will be dismantled, and you will not succeed. And then it's like you're literally hurling curses at an individual that has a whole family, that maybe has kids, maybe has parents, and you're wishing all these terrible things on that person, and you're saying these things in prayer. Like it's always been wild to me. I've never understood people that pray like that, like offensive prayer, like it's a game, like it's a sports game.
Ask for forgiveness of sins and all that.
Father, please forgive us for all of our trespasses and our shortcomings.
And oh Lord, the prayer literally says, "Forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us." It's hypocrisy. It's literally telling God not to forgive them. Because if you don't,
this is true, literally, and people wonder why the prayers aren't being answered. It's because you're cursing your enemy instead of asking for God to like fix the heart of your enemy or change your enemy or make your enemy more like, more God-like or more Christ-like or more Allah-like, whoever you believe in, more Buddha-like. I don't know. Just like we're being inclusive. It's all inclusive podcast. You know what I'm saying? And instead, you're wishing death on everyone. I see that stuff yourself all the time, and I'm always like, you that want to be blessed, and y'all here cussing. Okay, you will dead. Speaking of we were just talking about manifesting. Have you seen that show, Manifest? It is very
this one on
good.
Netflix?
Manifest is on NBC.
I've got to find that then.
It's like Lost, but somehow more interesting.
Lost was that show.
Something like that.
To start off with.
Yeah, Lost was great, but Lost was also before we had broadband internet. So it was kind of like the most exciting thing because at that time we weren't distracted by 70 million people
like
on
just
the internet.
Being focused on one thing is a task on its own. Because you hop on the timeline, somebody already calling you crazy for not watching this show and wild for not watching that show.
This is true. Like Busta Rhymes' "Touch It" didn't even come out yet when we were watching Lost,
the
so we can't really say. Yeah. We didn't know the glory of that record yet. So, have you heard of Quibi yet?
I'm trying to get up on it. I know they had a whole bunch of commercials and they paying a bunch of people to have content on it, but is it just a streaming site?
It's so shout outs to my homie EJ who's on the Quibi team. But Quibi is really cool. I got to test it a while back, but essentially they're doing a 90-day promotion where they're letting people watch new episodes on it daily. It's essentially content that's developed specifically for your phone. So you can't watch it on your TV. You can't watch it on your laptop. You have to watch it on your phone. But all the content that's being shot, there's mad shows on it. There's mad short content, long form content, short form content. There's it's all 10 minutes or less, right? But the reason why it's really dope is because they spent mad bread to shoot content that's so high quality, you don't even feel like you're looking at it on your phone. And it's not going to make sense until you actually like go in the app and play with some stuff. but they've also brought back shows like Punk and I'm trying to remember what else I watched there. Anyway, Sha, if like you play around with the app and you'll start to see what I'm talking about. Like they have Chance the Rapper hosting Punk. Like it's really interesting.
Check it out because I've seen the commercial for it, but I didn't know where they were going with it, so I was like, all right, I'll give it time and I'll check back on it. Quibi.
Yeah, I mean they spend a lot of bread to promote this thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, that may or may not have been an ad.
Wow,
for, you know?
we're not selling out that bad yet, guys. Give us some time
for the record. May or may not be an advertisement to you. Yes,
Quibi, can't you see?
Boom, boom,
Oh
boom,
man,
boom,
sometimes
boom.
Okay, I'm done. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else. I think that was everything we wanted to speak on. Outside of we covered Versus, which was big. This last week, we covered your favorite guy on Instagram, Father DMW. I don't know. The Tory Lanez thing. Did you want to talk about it? I don't really.
You can if you want to.
Yeah. Quarantine Radio. I'm very happy for him. You know, like he has a great personality and he's showing it. And then we have people like Retchy that's wilding on the gram. I said Retchy. Retchy that's wilding on the gram. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Him and Jay Versace.
And then he had somebody do the Russian roulette with an actual gun and almost killed themselves. But yeah, people are big wilding.
Yeah,
people are big wilding with Instagram.
Wild.
I really hope we get to go outside soon. And
did you hear about the you hear about the tiger?
Yes,
that the Bronx Zoo.
Oh God!
See, you're a borough, bro.
I feel bad for that poor tiger.
They said animals. They said animals couldn't get it. And of course,
they had a couple dogs that died from it already. Yeah, like a couple dogs have died, but this is crazy. I don't even know how that happens, and I don't even know how they test the tiger. Well, I guess maybe their symptoms tigers show, and then they run everything. But that's absolutely sad.
Huh. Also, in wild but unfortunate news, I just read that Rwanda found a genocide grave that could contain like 30,000 bodies. So basically, Rwanda's agricultural board was deployed equipment to remove water from a valley dam in a district where thousands of Tutsis were dumped during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. And I didn't read. At first, I read through that and I was like, huh. But then I read that when they were digging the dam, they said the dam contains the bodies that were discovered a quarter century after the country's genocide. So that's wild. They said the discovery is being called the most significant in years, and 50 bodies have been exhumed so far in efforts that are challenged by the East African nation's coronavirus-related lockdown. So yeah, prayers up to all the families that could be involved. I mean, I'm sure that this news is probably going to deliver a lot of pain initially to a lot of families that are connected to it, but also closure to families that haven't been able to, account for some of their family members that they lost during the war. So not only are they dealing with the coronavirus pandemic, they're also dealing with the fact that
and they're doing great as a country. I don't know what country is doing better than Rwanda right now in the continent. When it just comes to great leadership.
They're doing exactly what happens when you get all the old Agmayas out of power and you put people in that actually want their country to do well. And I was listening to 90s Nigerian music today, and I'll just listen. If you listen to like all the popular music that was going on at that time, from like I'm talking about Sonia Adeobe, like those type of artists, like the high life, etc. music that our parents listened to of that day, you see that a lot of those artists were singing the same types of records that artists today are singing. Like, Nigeria needs to figure it out and come together, and all these different cultural groups need to put their differences aside and figure it out. And it's like, these people still haven't figured it out. It's been 20 or 30 years since these records have come out, and nothing has improved. Like, they were complaining about the same things.
Gotten worse.
Dog, it's the Nigeria that existed in the time that they were putting those songs out in the late 80s, 90s. They still had it really good. Like, there was still a bright future ahead for those that really wanted to pursue it. But they recognized that there were cultural differences and stuff that needed to be mended before the country could really figure it out. Nothing has even improved to a level where you can say that there's
nothing. I don't think, not even improving. Just like, okay, let's come up with a game plan. Like, there's still, it's just getting worse. The city's overcrowded. I think the people that ruled before are still ruling, so they're even more comfortable in what it is they do. It's just everything obviously is moving. Everything around us is moving up, because we see what Ghana is able to do. We see what South Africa has been able to do. So it's, I don't know if I would even say it's the same. I think it's so much worse than what it used to be. It's whack. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to think about the potential of where Nigeria could be, because obviously the Nigerian citizen are just our biggest export. I think is our biggest export. I know we have oil, but I think it's the people, because you see how well Nigerians are doing outside of Nigeria. So, and the graduate rate in this country is so high, and I'm sure it's something similar in the UK and wherever else we go and we stay. So it just shows that Nigerians have potential to be great, but it's just limited in Nigeria. So people get shipped out. I think the greatest export is the citizen itself rather than oil, because we're doing so much more, these other countries. So it's absolutely sad, but.
It is. Yep. Well, not
right.
to
it's
be
already stressful.
like, not to damper the mood.
Today. Why would you bring that up?
I'm sorry. I wanted to just make sure we covered everything. Apparently, one more episode of Tiger King is coming soon. It will be released sometime this week. So, if you weren't expecting for more redneck, racist Tiger King footage to come through on the Netflix,
bring it on, folks. I'm ready.
Had no idea.
In the words of Pop Smoke, I'm a thought. Get me lit. I dare you.
Whoa, see, BAWO said that. I'm definitely
whatever.
Definitely not a thought. I don't want to get lit.
Right about now, we all do. We all want to get lit right about now.
No. How are you living in a world post?
I know you're not a sports person, so you're never going to understand the pain. But it's really, 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 really hard. Like, there's just nothing to look forward to. You know what I mean? And there's no competition. There's no arguments. There's nothing to argue about. I don't want to watch old tapes of all kinds. I'm just not that person. So it's just...
Damn, not even the World Cup.
I don't want to watch anything old, bro. I don't. I just don't. Like, I want to watch new shit. I want to see people like compete and, go back and forth. Like, I tweeted today, can we just have golf players just by themselves? You know what I mean? Because it could be social distancing, just by themselves, bro. We don't even need a crowd there. Just let golf players just go there and just play. They should be able to do that. Tennis players,
probably can,
because they're opposite from each other. They don't got to make contact. Nobody in the field. Like, please give us something. Please, I understand contact sports is going to be a little minute, but
I'm falling asleep before any of the
before any of the what happens.
Before any of the birdies happen.
I'm telling you, it's that bad that I'm willing to I just need some kind of competition. Something, please, please.
Just
a little
something like that.
Just a little bit pinch of sports. Somebody win, somebody lose. That's all I'm looking for right now. But yeah, it's been bad, bro. It's been very bad. I'm tired of watching shows, even though I'm interested in shows. I'm just tired of watching shows. Outside of that, it's been horrible. Yeah, that's about it.
Did you see what's it called? SARS during SARS, and was it
Yeah.
SARS and Shizzy? Did you see how
Shared it.
Drake
Yes. I forgot
post?
to bring that up.
Yeah. Drake shared the fact that SARS worked on one dance and Come Closer, which is
Yeah,
amazing for SARS.
He shared the
it's
what's
great.
it called? Was it a Come Closer one? Yeah.
The come
Yeah, and
it was Come
obviously
Closer that he shared. Yeah.
I'm sure Drake knows SARS played the original One Dance. So I guess we get closer and closer to that shit just being in somebody's, because I know it was played. Then Maforisa played in One Africa. Yeah, I
He
think
played the
Wizkid
Wizkid
original version in One Africa. Yeah, I'll find you
I
the
don't remember
link.
that.
So it's
Very, very dope.
it's
Well,
been
shout out to everybody
creeping
involved.
up, and
Shout out
yeah,
to
big
SARS.
shout outs to SARS. Obviously his resume is to be well respected, and I don't want to say a short period of time because he's been putting in work, but he's his personality and his brand has grown so much in the last, I'd say 5 years, 5 to 7 years.
We keep saying, if you don't remember, SARS was the one that was out here with Degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? SARS produced Kondo. Like, people don't realize that. SARS been
No, he has. It's just the SARS brand, I think, grew after Samba. Yeah.
Yes.
But again, battles like this let us, know how long these people have been in the game, what they've been doing behind the scenes. Well, not even behind the scenes. I just think that part of the culture is not being paid attention to as it should be. The producer is just the artist. The artist gets all the love. But producers are huge. People don't realize what they put out there before the artist even steps into the studio and how they finish the sound. Because I don't know. I think a lot of people need to hear records before they've been mastered, and you can speak on that a lot more than I can because that's something you've done. But a lot of people don't know about the finishing touches a producer puts onto a song outside of, the artist jumping in a booth and doing their thing.
Agreed. Yeah, man, it's great. Shout outs to everybody involved. This has been a quite eventful week. I'm looking forward to doing all the fun things that I've been doing for the past few weeks, aka rooftop, reading books, doing work, catch up on all the shows on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, the rest of it, and FaceTiming with family, friends, and continue to ignore ghosts from the past. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. That's a cry for help, people.
Good stuff. No. It's great stuff. Actually, I'm chilling. I'm in a great space emotionally. I'm in a great space mentally. I'm in a great space physically. Got to work out every morning. Make yourself feel. I'm gonna come outside looking like freaking Terry Crews, dog. I'm gonna have muscles in my forehead. It's gonna be crazy. Odor blocker. Old Spice odor blocker.
You got another sponsor, bro?
Strangers for no reason. yeah. Don't buy Old Spice. They're not paying us.
Not even. They're not paying us. Don't buy it. Who should they
don't buy it.
They can't put
they didn't cut the check.
armpits, my brother.
Nah, fuck out of here.
They're not gonna fix their body.
But did that Old Spice check clear though?
It did not.
Okay, so I tell you,
if you listen to Old Spice, why not buy?
If that's it. No, we not. Fuck out of here. Don't order them. Look, use soap and water, and we're not gonna give you the brand of soap because they didn't pay us either. Nah, water stuff. Water no get any. Oh me, oh Lord, oh.
Now, no Wahala. No
Except
Wahala
on this
is
podcast. No. Oh,
yeah, for
man,
those who
we
don't
are
understand
ridiculous.
Yoruba, Omi or not, that means water doesn't have an enemy, and then we're saying no Wahala is the one enemy of water. And if you don't know about Afrobeat and not Afrobeats, that's a song by Fela where he says water has no enemy. And then he goes on to tell you all the things water does. You should really listen to it. Yeah.
This is true. And if you don't know Afro B, you won't know that Joanna bust his brain.
Mad.
Anyways.
Mad.
Is
it
4
3 or
times.
4? It's 3.
It's 4 times. Mad.
It's 3, bro.
Listen to it again. You're gonna apologize. Next
First
episode.
thing is first. Sunday. I'm sorry.
It's okay. First thing first.
Busy, buddy, busy tonight. Mad. It's 3, bro.
When you listen to the song again, you're gonna realize there's another mad behind the Joanna.
Okay,
You're not paying
we'll
attention.
check it out.
And if it's not there,
Yo,
I will put it there
pause.
myself. No, there's no pause necessary. It's Joanna now. You are a dirty like that.
All right, so we're gonna go to song of the week.
You go first. Because...
Which NSG member song are you gonna promote?
Yo, I'm gonna need you to put some respect on my name. I haven't even picked my song yet. I was gonna be Wild Organic.
I love how you made organic a wild thing, not just regular organic.
Wild organic.
Wild organic.
No. You think I'm going to
Talk
do regular
about it.
organic?
Sorry about
No.
Okay,
no.
so I'm gonna pick my Robo sister because gang.
Of course, you're gonna pick your Urobo sister. Shout outs to her and all her
big
UK
ups,
man them.
Big ups to the UK and all the Wahala they're dealing with now. But the song I'm picking is called Snack. Came out last year, featuring.
When you step, you ain't looking like it's something.
You're a man of culture.
No, don't say small.
Miss Banks got bars, so I'm very happy to big up my Robo sister from Delta.
She's very much buying the team like that. Yeah, are you my brother, Kidda Cuds?
Yeah, that's my song. So here is Snack by Miss Banks.
Another guilty beat.
Jigga boys, yeah. When she stepped in looking like a snack, man damn ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. And you know give was never luck. When I stepped in looking like a snack, the girl damn ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. Yeah, we know give was never luck.
Stepped in looking like a snack. Big boy, can you handle that? Take it down, ride you like a Cadillac. Steady heard I'm the best, yeah, baby, that's a fact. After 2, tell me what you wanna do. Me and you, no one has to come true. Say your grace, eat it with some gratitude. Yeah, I'm full of attitude. Said I'm looking like a snack. What's your pay position, wanna hit it from the back. Pretty long legs, and you know that ass fat. Pack you too big, had to put some in the back. It's in the back, and we never lack. Niggas wanna stick to the kid like tack. Flow like water, and you know I spit crack. And you like the way I back it up like that. Like that, nothing that you can't hack.
When she stepped in looking like a snack, man damn ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. And you know give was never luck. When I stepped in looking like a snack, the girl damn ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. Yeah, we know give was never luck.
Oh, you think I'm pretty pappy? I got this Marbeck from my nigga Laddie in the Addison Lee, but my name ain't Maddie. Shut down anywhere, even Abu Dhabi. I got the type of wine that will probably break spines. You know I handle mine, heard it through the grapevine. The way I bracket niggas wanna be my Valentine. Baby, take time, I know I'm looking like a snack. What's your bed position, wanna hit it from the back. Pretty long legs, and you know that ass fat. Pack you too big, had to put some in the back. It's in the back, and we never lack. Niggas wanna stick to the kid like tack. Flow like water, and you know I spit crack. And you like the way I back it up like that. Like that, nothing that you can't hack.
When she stepped in looking like a snack, man damn ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. And you know give was never luck. When I stepped in looking like a snack. The girl there ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. Yeah, we know givers never lack.
Just give me the long thing, no stunting. Pull up close and show me something. Round and tick like a dumpling. Push up on it, no fronting. Give me the long thing, no stunting. Pull up close and show me something. Round and tick like a dumpling. Push up on it, no fronting.
Said I'm looking like a snack. What's your pay position? Wanna hit it from the back. Pretty long legs and you know that ass fat. Pack you too big, had to put some in the back. It's in the back, and we never lack. Niggas wanna stick to the kid like tack. Flow like water and you know I spit crack. And you like the way I back it up like that. Like that, nothing that you can't hack.
When you stepped in looking like a snack. Man, them ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. And you know givers never lack. When I stepped in looking like a snack. The girl there ready to attack. You know what I want, so give me that. Yeah, we know givers never lack.
And that was Snack by Miss Banks. You ready for yours, sir?
Boom. I think the song that I'm going to pick this week is by
Okay.
I know what
We're
I'm
excited for you.
I am. I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna pick something that's not even in English. I'm going to pick. Let's see. I'm gonna pick. So my song of the week is from French Congolese artist Loose and the Yakuza, and the song that I'm picking from her is called Dilemma.
Dilemma?
Dilemma. It's spelled Dilemme, but it's
Gotcha.
Dilemma. It's in français.
En français.
You have to say it's en français. Yeah, en français.
Très bien, très bien,
S'il vous
très
plaît.
bien.
Comment allez-vous?
Oui.
Bien, merci. You know? Yeah, so this is it's a dope record. Some of y'all probably heard it and just didn't know that what was being said, but it's fire. Find a French friend. If you don't have any French friends, go to Senegal.
Yeah, don't go to France.
Congo, or go to Ivory Coast.
Yeah, we're gonna
end
the
Stay away
topic
from
with
France.
the France topic.
Yeah. Low key. The French deserve a few sacre blues because they've been wilding. But yeah, my song of the week is Dilemme by Luz and the Yakuza.
Au plus j'ai la haine, au plus ils me font de la peine. Ce n'est pas un drame si je ne fais plus la fête. Ou s'il serait, nous fais-tu juste la guerre. La vie est une chienne qu'il faut tenir en laisse. Vivre me hante, tout ce qui m'entoure m'a rendu méchante. Si je rate, je recommence. Quand je suis triste, je chante. Ne jamais tout donner de moi. Dans ce monde, c'est le diable qui est roi. Elles me disent que j'ai la poisse. Blague à part devient loup, ça part. Seul. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin des problèmes et des dilemmes. Na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin de mes chaînes et des gens que j'aime. Na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin des problèmes et des dilemmes. Na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin de mes chaînes et des gens que j'aime. Na. Si jamais je freine et que je ne fais plus de scène, laissez-moi à l'arrière pour qu'à la source je me baigne. Ma blessure saigne et le sang monte à la tête. Je reste la même et ce quoi qu'il advienne. Au plus j'ai la haine, au plus ils me font de la peine. Ma peau n'est pas noire, elle est couleur ébène. Douce et sereine, nous fais-tu juste la guerre. Tu n'es pas parfaite, ton erreur reste humaine. Seul. seul, je veux être seul, seul. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin des problèmes et des dilemmes. Na, 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 na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin de mes chaînes et des gens que j'aime. Na, 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 na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin des problèmes et des dilemmes. Na, 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 na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin de mes chaînes et des gens que j'aime. Na, 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 na. Au plus j'avance, au plus je les devance. Tant pis si tu ne suis pas la cadence. Je ne sais même plus sur quel pied je danse. Encore un mec trop frais, ça dérange. La mélodie me berce et me ronge. Chaque mot me perce et dont je plonge dans les profondeurs de mes songes. Je nage, me noie dans la pénombre. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin des problèmes et des dilemmes. Na, 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 na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin de mes chaînes et des gens que j'aime. Na, 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 na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin des problèmes et des dilemmes. Na, 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 na. Si je pouvais, je vivrais seul, loin de mes chaînes et des gens que j'aime. Na, 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 na. Seul, 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 je veux être seul.
Yeah, that was Dilemma by Luce and the Yakuza.
SendWave allows you to carry out convenient, instant, fee-free, and secure money transfers from the U.S. to Nigeria. We've partnered with them to bring our listeners the convenience of sending money to Nigeria from the comfort of your own home.
That's right. To take part, simply download the SendWave app on iOS or Android, and then apply promo code Wahala. Again, that's promo code Wahala to get free money and access the exchange rates the No Wahala team has been enjoying for some time. Now back to the show. So, what are we closing the episode?
We're closing the episode with a report that came out. Well, not a report. It was an interview where two doctors, I think they were both doctors, were talking to each other in French. They were bringing up the idea of testing the vaccine for corona on Africans. And if you know, obviously, if you know, the French still have a stronghold on Francophone countries. I think they have access to their reserves. It's a whole bunch of decision making made by France.
Yeah, the French are trash. What they essentially do is that when they gave independence, quote unquote, to the countries that they used to control during colonialism, they basically made all these African countries pay them hidden tax on everything that they produce. Haiti included, correct. Because they were so pissed that they got their independence that they're like, all of your natural resources, anything you make, basically, all the money that your country would make if we weren't controlling you guys, you now have to pay it into a French bank account, essentially. And then the French would be responsible for deciding what they want to pay you back. It's nuts. It's the craziest shit I ever saw. And we talked about this a few episodes ago on the podcast where one of what organization was she from, where she was basically talking about this structure that the French had with these African countries, and she was removed from her position.
Yeah, we spoke to that. We spoke on that a while back.
Boom. I saw a meme. You know Tintin, the old Belgian. It's a Belgian comic or that pokes about social commentary. It's kind of like the Boondocks, but the Belgian version from like our parents' generation. And it was a lot of racial undertones because of the times that it was originally produced in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatnot. But somebody sent me a meme essentially where it shows that Tintin is, running through Africa and with an African in blackface saying that they're testing the vaccines on other black people.
Yeah, because they did the same with AIDS. So now,
in fact, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it the
definitely.
cover.
We're definitely gonna. I wanted us to end the show with it, so I'm happy we did. It's I don't know. France pisses me off so damn much, so I don't want to have a whole rant about France and Africa. But they do.
Yeah. I apologize to any of our listeners that are in France. We
Yeah, the
love y'all,
country.
but it's kind of just like it's kind of how y'all look at us, and we have a president that wears a toupee that's orange, and
No,
he
France
makes
has been doing
decisions
this
that
for years. Obviously, even in us speaking about Rwanda, a lot of European countries were involved
oh yeah, this
with the
is true.
Hutu and the Tutsi.
It was the Belgians. It was the Belgians that were doing
Yes, the
that in
Belgians,
Congo, right?
King Leopold. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he didn't respect black
did
people at
more
all.
they caused more death there than the Nazis did to with Jews, the Jewish lives.
Yeah, Yeah, I read a story a while back, like a few years ago, where they were talking about how the Belgian oppression, the Belgian genocides were like they would make the Holocaust look like it was a seasonal
No,
thing.
it is. It's
Like it was just
absolutely sad. But yeah, the French are still at it. Like with the francophone countries. So seeing this is just like a reminder of what France does in Africa. It's just those doctors just slipped up because if that dialogue didn't happen, then it was still gonna happen anyway.
we wouldn't have
Yeah,
known. It would have
and
still happened.
obviously
We just
when
wouldn't
people
have known
bring
about
up AIDS being a big thing, because now it would just be some shit that they do back home, they do back at home, and then we have rich white people going back to Africa and saying they're trying to cure something, because how long have people been trying to cure AIDS in Africa? It's insane how long it's been. Mike Jackson made a whole song about that situation.
They don't care
We
about
Are the
us.
World basically wasn't it to help helping getting money to Africa and helping with the diseases, helping with hunger, all that, and things are still going on back home. So
That money went to somebody's pockets.
This is like a whole nother episode. But I hope you
sad,
guys
Sha.
get to research it and what France is doing back in Africa, especially the francophone countries. But
just look up French African
yes,
corona
you should
testing.
definitely look that up.
You'll be
And but I think dialogue has been great on social media. A lot of people have been speaking out against it, and hopefully this doesn't happen. Even though I think the French have the ability to depress a bunch of African leaders to say yes, because I know Congo, I think the DRC had said yes, and now they took back that statement, and they say they're no longer interested in being the testing grounds for it. So we'll see where it goes.
They know too many secrets. The French know too many secrets about these
course,
African leaders. That's how they're able to stronghold them. It's
a lot of these people
bro,
are
they know how to get what they need.
empowered because of the French anyway. So, and they stay in power because of the French. And then when they act up, that's where you start hearing them coups going on, the coup d'état start going on. But please research it. Some we all should know about, especially what's going on back in our countries.
It's true. All right, y'all. Well, this has been an awesome episode. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for everyone sharing mail with us. I wanted to read a story that was sent to me, but I've decided not to because it's a little wild. Decided not to, because I don't want anybody to say that, Do you have anything you want to close the episode with?
Just know this. I don't know. I think knowing the symptoms for everybody. And I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I hope there's no stigma in people having coronavirus. I hope when someone has it, they feel comfortable enough to say it and tell the people they've made contact with recently that they have it so they could get tested as well, And the symptoms are different for each person. Because I was speaking to my cousin in London as well about it and just asking him how much he knows and if people are speaking on it comfortably, and he says they really aren't, like whether it be loss of smell, loss of taste, coughing, sneezing, headaches, diarrhea, which is rare, obviously high temperatures. Like, we all should know these things. We all should be able to see the symptoms, and if anyone has it, please let the people around you know. Don't feel like it's something you can hide and get over in like a couple days, or it's a cold, or like just act, because you could infect others, and obviously it gets worse. So we're talking about social distancing in a way to like limit it spreading. But if you feel like you have symptoms, like, it's nothing crazy, it's nothing bad. I know a lot of people have spoken about it, and I know a good amount of people that have survived it. So it can be survived, but we could also limit it. The quicker we get to it, the quicker we get to go outside and continue our lives as it was.
Absolutely. I saw a story about a pastor lying, cheating, and stealing, and him getting exactly what he deserves.
Yes.
So basically, this is we're gonna close with this story. This is my closer. So we were sent this story. We're not gonna identify who sent it to us, but basically, it's a story about a pastor who lied, cheated, and stole, and him getting what he deserved. So Pastor Femi, a contractor, Tina, and we'll say K. Cool. So the story says, setup. I have been a computer technician for more than 15 years. I have worked on all kinds of computers, everything from a tiny point of sale computer to large rack server computers. I've been attending a church that's new to me. I was trying to date a woman there where this church was her idea. That relationship crashed and burned, but that's a different story. Now we can start. It was about 5 years ago. I had just sat through a long sermon about generosity and giving to those that need help. At the end of the sermon, Pastor Femi asked for an additional donation because the church's roof needed repairs, and it would cost 20,000 US dollars. That's right, 20,000 freedom dollars for a new roof. After the service, I'm talking to my date. Pastor Femi walks over to me. I said hello, greeted him, and he introduced himself. We talked a bit. Person can't spell. Pastor Femi asked what I do for a living. I tell him I'm a computer tech with a shop. As I'm telling him, I have a feeling he already knows what I do. Pastor Femi asked me to have a look at his laptop. It's being very slow, so I agree. I turn the laptop on, and I hear a clicking noise. This clues me in that it's probably the hard drive, but I can still access the data. So I tell Pastor Femi the hard drive is dying and it needs to be replaced. I also tell him that I can probably recover the data. Pastor Femi asks me how much it will cost to fix. I tell him, for most people, I would charge around $250. However, I feel I can donate my time, so I would just need $60 for a new hard drive. Pastor Femi agrees, so I write up an invoice. New hard drive, $60, labor $0, data recovery $0, and 2 to 4 days for the repair. Pastor Femi signs the invoice. Thus, I take the laptop to my shop. I open up the laptop. I set up the recovery to clone the data, yada, yada, yada. Next day, Tuesday, I've had Pastor Femi's laptop for 2 days. I open up the shop and check out the recovery thing. Good news, the recovery has completed 100%. All of the data has been recovered. An hour later, the clone is done. I checked the laptop. Everything's working great, just like how it worked before the hard drive died. Even the login still worked. Therefore, I call Pastor Femi and tell him that his computer is done, ready to be picked up. He says, great, I'll be there soon to get it. About an hour later, Pastor Femi walks in. I show him the laptop working much faster. He loves it and signs the pickup form. Then he pays me with a check for $60. It's important he paid with a check. I do a bank run on Monday and Friday. So that Friday, I'm at the bank. I'm informed that Pastor Femi's check is void. What? Why? Pastor Femi had placed a stop payment on the check. Hey! Pastor Femi, you. Somebody fix your laptop and your hard drive and you want to stop the money.
Big Fem's energy.
Big Fem's energy. Consequently, I called him and he ignored my call. I go to church on Sunday. Pastor Femi gives a sermon about not lying. I walk up to talk to him after the service and he avoids me. So I leave and I decide I'm going to write it off. I spent $100 and some time to do something nice. A few weeks later, a customer walks in looking for a new computer. To welcome him, I offer a drink and go over his options. I'm chatting him up and he tells me he's a contractor who mostly does siding and roofing. I ask how much does a new roof cost. He says upwards about $10,000. So I asked him, why would someone say 20,000? Speaking about Pastor Femi, he said he had no idea. I thought it was strange. So I asked about the church. Contractor said it would have been simple and around $5,000. And he could probably do it for less. Contractor buys a nice new laptop. So now the writer apologizes to us for the setup taking very long. So now here's where the revenge starts. He says the revenge starts now. Something about what the contractor said bugs me later. Why would Pastor Femi lie and say $20K for a new roof in the church? And also, why would he stiff me for $60? I then remember I never cleared the recovery that I did on his hard drive. I still have all the data. I check, and there it is. Pastor Femi's laptop data. Fittingly, I look around a bit. He had all of his logins stored in a folder on the desktop. Wow, what a stupid, yo. Including all of his online dating logins.
Big fans.
Bobo
Big fans
Snapchat,
energy.
ati Tinder, ati Bumble, ati all of it, ati
Wow.
Hinge, ati gbogbo ẹ̀.
All
Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń
bembe.
bẹ́ńbẹ́. All bembe. And online poker. Did I mention Pastor Femi is married? Married? Pregnant? I start printing his online dating messages. I look back and find Pastor Femi had been adult hugging. What does that mean? Oh, adult hugging several women from his online dating.
Adult hugging.
Adult hugging.
Right
Jeez,
about
what
now
is
in
adult
quarantine,
hugging?
adult hugging sounds illegal too.
Hey, adult hugging sounds wild flagrant. Anyways, he continues. He had been paying for his dates from the church's donation fund. I'm getting angry now. That is when I realized he had adult hugged the woman I was dating when I was dating
Pastor
her.
had the cash. Balled out on his teen.
Pastor was not social distancing. He was not quarantined. He was not isolating. He was intubating. He was inoculating.
Baz.
He was inserting. Okay, back to the story. It was then I decided to break Pastor Femi. I printed out all of his dating messages and the women he adult hugged. I love how
this is why somebody's taking his babe out. Adult hug.
For the last 6 months, except I refused to print the naughty pictures. It was an impressive packet. I then decide I need copies of the packet. Therefore, I order 100 packets printed from a major online printer. A few days later, my order of revenge packets arrived. These revenge packets are amazing double-sided. Double-sided, staple-bound with a cover of Pastor Femi's face on it. Hey! Pastor Femi Odaro. Now the conclusion, and I think it's worth it. Here's the conclusion of this long story. This church had a calendar of what the sermon might be about a perfect Sunday, which was approaching. I go to church that perfect Sunday. I show up a bit late. Everyone is in the church, so I put a revenge packet on each car. I have a few revenge packets that are in yellow envelopes. Fittingly, I put them in the mail. I sent one to all the higher-ups in the church. I sent a packet with some of Pastor Femi's naughty pics to Pastor Femi's wife. I set the return address of the packets to the church. I also emailed a bunch of people the revenge packet from a burner email. Jesus, this person is very wild, you. A couple weeks after I go back to that church, Pastor Femi was gone, and so was the wife. Several of the women were also gone, including the one I was dating. I asked one of the important people there what happened. The answer was amazing. I was told about the revenge packet and how everyone had gotten one. The day my revenge packet appeared, the sermon Pastor Femi had given was about the evils of adultery and cheating on your wife. Thank you, church calendar. Wow. The fallout. Pastor Femi was fired and shunned. Multiple people from the church have not returned, including the one I was dating. Pastor Femi's wife is divorcing him, and she's the one that owned all the house and the cars. Of course, that's how they usually do it now. No longer Pastor Femi. He is now being sued by several people, including the one that fixed the roof. He never paid any of them. There were also rumors of a criminal case for embezzlement. No one has seen Pastor Femi in a while now. The church might close if they can't find a new pastor, but the church's money is very low. Apparently, he also spent over $30,000 on online gambling. Too long, didn't read. Pastor lied, steals, and cheats on his wife with multiple women, gets found out and doxxed, gets fired, divorced, and arrested, and no one knows I did this to him. Notes because you might ask. It's quite possible that several of the very young children and babies at the church were his, but I cannot confirm this. I just know that I found a bunch of pictures of these children on his hard drive. I have no idea where Pastor Femi is now. I would think still in jail, and I never got my money back. But I'd say it was worth it.
Fam.
Wow.
Fam, that's insane.
Look, whoever sent us that story, thank you. Oh man, because we get a few of these, and every time I get them, I'm like, this is a little too wild to put on the show. There's a lot of people who really be spilling their heart in the emails, but we all know a pastor or so that has wilded out. So a little story to just start or end your week with.
You're too kind.
Friday.
But now, shout out to that. Definitely send us more. But,
shout outs to K.
Yes, and wherever Pastor Femi is, quote unquote.
He's probably back in Nigeria.
Lockdown right now. Envisioning.
All the way from you sent your team to Computer Village.
He's learning all about computers right now. He realized whether he made his mistakes. I think I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that. Like, that's pastors and their wildness. Some of them are wild. I don't want to like generalize something like that statement, but some of these pastors are wild. Just put it like that. I saw a video of one of them bringing up the whole 5G thing, but we'll touch on 5G topic on a different day. But just know that 5G is not the reason Corona exists. All right, that is all.
Boom. Well, that was quite an episode. So yeah, thanks to everyone for listening to episode 55. If you know Pastor Femi, yeah, just stay away from him. Don't engage.
Peace, people. Cool. We appreciate you guys. Stay
we'll see
safe.
Y'all next week.
Quarantine.
Peace out.
Whatever it is, social distance, all that. Please.
If you have some toxicity that's trying to come through with the quarantine, trying to give you corona, don't answer.
Please.
Do not answer.
Call our 6. All right. Peace.
That's all. All right, y'all. Peace.